Later, Captain Scarlet and Destiny met with Colonel White to discuss the Mysterong's latest scheme. They had clearly meant their aircraft to be destroyed so that the metal-eating swarm within would be released to attack Skybase. Fortunately, the swarm had targeted Destiny's Falcon instead.
But what were they?
Asked Destiny. An experimental weapon, Destiny. Cyberbugs, explained the Colonel. Robots the size of a cockroach. When the debrief was over, Scarlet and Destiny took the lift together. Suddenly, it jolted to a halt. Scarlet used the intercom to report the fault to Central Control. Lieutenant Green, about to go off duty, smiled wryly as she overheard Captain Grey take Scarlet's call.
What's that? Scarlet stuck in the elevator?
As Captain Silver took her place at the communications console, Lieutenant Green headed off wearily for her quarters. A lone cyberbug, unseen, watched her from the shadows. Meanwhile, in the stalled lift, Captain Scarlet and Destiny were pleased to hear the voice of a technician over the intercom.
Oh, dingy worry, Captain. Destiny, we'll soon have you out of there.
The Scottish technician opened the lift shaft doors and took a look into the shaft. Inside the lift, Captain Scarlet and Destiny heard a scream. And then a dull thump as something heavy hit the lift's roof. Sounds like the guy fell, exclaimed Scarlet. He hurriedly gave Destiny a leg up so that she could peer out of the lift's ceiling hatch. What she saw made her close the hatch again quickly. Outside, thousands of Mysterong cyberbugs were swarming around the lift shaft menacingly, while others crawled over the lifeless body of the technician. Scarlet listened anxiously as the bugs skittered about above them. What are they doing up there?
The same as they did to my plane, eating their way through.
Their only hope was a hatch in the floor. A well-aimed blast from Scarlet's laser pistol freed its lock. Destiny and Scarlet clambered out just as the bugs stormed the lift. They hurried down an access ladder and through the service shafts, heading for Central Control. Suddenly, they stumbled across a green web stretched across the shaft. A cyberbug nest. The robots were breeding. How about some fried eggs? Said Scarlet, unclipping an incendiary device from his utility belt. He flung the charge into the nest. And the green mesh burst into flames. In Central Control, things were getting tense. Colonel White, Captain Blue, and Harmony Angel were clustered around Captain Silver as she monitored the developing crisis on the communications console. The cyberbugs had overrun 7 deck levels and were advancing as though they knew the detailed layout of Skybase. Captain Blue was worried about Lieutenant Green, whose quarters were on one of the infested decks. Colonel White reluctantly authorized him and Dr. Gold to go and look for her, wearing protective spacesuits as a defense against the bugs. They found the lieutenant in her quarters, barely conscious. Cyberbugs scurried busily all over her. They had encased her in a weird Mysterong green cocoon.
They're reading my mind. They're using me to find their way around Skybase,
she explained weakly to Dr. Gold and Captain Blue. We've got to get this stuff off her, cried Captain Blue. But Dr. Gold restrained him, concerned that if they removed the cocoon, they might damage Lieutenant Green's nervous system.
I know what they're after,
murmured Lieutenant Green. The cyberbugs were scanning her mind for the location of the main reactor so they could overload it and destroy Skybase. Keeping the information secret was getting harder by the second. Meanwhile, Scarlet and Destiny were in the kitchens, trying to hold off a sea of advancing cyberbugs. Retreating, Destiny knocked over a pan of water. As the water hit the bugs, they disintegrated in a fizz of sparks. Captain Scarlet saw their chance. "The water pipes! Destiny, take out the water pipes!" Sure enough, as the pipes burst, the spray destroyed every bug it touched. Suddenly, the remaining cyberbugs scurried off purposefully in a single direction. They were heading for the engineering deck. The exhausted Lieutenant Green could no longer conceal the reactor's location. As the bugs withdrew, Scarlet set off for engineering too, to trigger the fire defense system. "It's time to wash these bugs down the drain," he told Destiny as he dashed from the flooded kitchen. But the cyberbugs had other ideas. As Scarlet reached engineering, they attacked him in a stinging throng. Agonized but indestructible, Scarlet fought his way towards the fire defense trigger button. With one last desperate effort, Scarlet reached the button and pressed it. All over Skybase, water came showering down, reducing every bug to charred fragments. Later, as crewmen cleaned up the debris of the many millions of destroyed cyberbugs, Colonel White, Captain Scarlet, Captain Blue, and Destiny Angel gathered in central control to reflect on their lucky escape. "Water and electrical systems have never mixed," observed the Colonel. "It's something the researchers working on cyberbug development will have to address." "Well, maybe we should keep it to ourselves," said Captain Scarlet with a smile. "You know, just in case." Lieutenant Green was back at her post. Captain Blue was concerned she should have some time off to recover from her ordeal. "Lieutenant, I really think you should rest," agreed the Colonel. But after her recent off-duty experience, Lieutenant Green was adamant.
Unless that's an order, Colonel, I'm staying right here. In fact, I might never go off duty again.